Big news, the WNBA and the Players Association have announced a new collective bargaining agreement, which has given WNBA players a bigger piece of the pie. The tentative 8-year deal includes highlights such as significant increases to player salary, improved travel, and additional motherhood and family planning benefits.
This was a very collaborative effort where we all had the same goals to lift the WNBA and also to provide the benefits that we're providing here and significant increases in cash compensation such that our top players will make over $500,000, tripling from our prior agreement. As we're really proud to be supporting these elite women athletes.
Now this is a landmark move for women in sports, and on the men's side, NBA players have been tweeting about it. Ja Morant tweets, "Big step," throwing up those hand emojis. Legendary D-Wade tweets, "A step in the right direction for the WNBA." Lou Will, "Salute to the ladies of the WNBA, a landmark step for change." To get a courtside seat to what this means, we've hit up some people connected to the game.
How about Kayla Alexander?
Two-time All-Big East first team.
You were drafted 8th overall back in 2013 by San Antonio. Out of all the new changes that you see in the CBA, what are you most looking forward to?
One that I was particularly excited about was the maternity leave. Now, if a player gets pregnant, she doesn't have to choose between having a career or wanting to start a family or having a family. She can literally have her child and still come back and play, and she's not penalized for that. She gets her salary, which I think is incredible and awesome. Also, they're providing a stipend for healthcare to help take care of your child, so I just think that's incredible. Another thing that I think was really important is the money that they're allocating directly to marketing, because at the end of the day, people can't support what they can't see.
Nurse in the corner. Hello, Nurse! Again with a huge bucket for the Liberties.
Have you talked to Kia at all?
Talked to Kia about it. She's ecstatic about it. But like she says, I mean, it's a step really in the right direction. It's something that should have been coming. It's the empowerment to women's sports, which is something also that we need in the country, because at the end of the day, I have seen the women's athlete just get stronger and better over the 25 years that I've been involved in women's sports.
One of the things in the CBA is the league wants the women to take this league as more of a priority. So starting in 2024, I believe that's where they're going. There's going to be really tough penalties for not reporting to training camp on time. So a lot of these women miss the beginning of training camp because they're finishing up their Europe seasons. And I believe the tough penalty is going to be if you're late reporting for training camp, you're suspended for the season, which is actually incredible because you are kind of putting these players in a position to choose Europe or the WNBA. And so I'm really interested to see if there are some women who find that they'll be more successful overseas, and so they will forego their WNBA professional careers, which I hope doesn't happen.
This is also a global game, and with this new CBA in place, it kind of gives you option to stay home and focus more on training. What do you make of that option? Like, is that something that you would more lean towards?
I know playing 12 months out of the year, I've done it for several years. It takes a toll on your body and you don't have that time to rest and recover for the next season. So I think it's awesome that they're providing this opportunity that women now can choose. Like, okay, if I don't want to go overseas, I don't necessarily have to.
You also call both the WNBA and G League games. In your perspective, who has it better?
What people don't understand and what I think is the most frustrating is that these women haven't been fighting for NBA money. They've been fighting for a bigger piece of the pie, and they play year round. And in that way, the G League guys that are grinding, in some ways they do have an off season. They have a window to get better. If you're a WNBA player, you've got to go overseas. You don't have necessarily this huge window to become a better player, and I think that's been really frustrating for them.
What do you think is the biggest challenge next for the WNBA?
I think that's a big question, or a larger question. How do you get brand identity throughout the masses? I think that's the biggest thing. How do I get my product to people that have not seen the game before? Because it's a great game.
This is a collection of the best basketball players in the world, and they need to be treated like that, and they need to feel that they're being supported. And so I think that this is a huge step in that direction.